Andy. I was brought up in Stoke-on-Trent. I got expelled from school at the age of 15. I was involved in crime and taking cannabis, LSD, amphetamines, which later on led me to heroin, which led me to jail, which led me to a life of in and out of jail, which eventually led me to being homeless on the streets of Stoke-on-Trent. I really thought that that was how my life was going to end. Homeless, alcoholic, addicted to heroin, crack cocaine. I couldn't see any way out, so I tried all the different government schemes, methadone, all the different medications. I've been in and out of jail and nothing was working, so I couldn't see any way out. Well, the turning point was when somebody actually told me about Jesus before I came to Victory Outreach, and I kind of believed in God anyway. So I kind of got talking to these people that told me about Jesus, and that led me on a journey of going to church, kind of having a bit of an encounter with God. But the church where I was at, there was no kind of direction there. They weren't equipped for dealing with people coming from addiction like myself. But while I was at this church, a couple of other guys ended up coming along that were from similar backgrounds to myself. So I kind of got involved with them. One of them was actually still in jail at the time. I was actually picking him up and bringing him to church from jail. And I was kind of getting my life back on track at that point. But I still wasn't getting this discipleship that I needed, and I ended up back on drugs, and it all spiraled back out of control. And in the meantime, this guy that I was picking up from jail got out of jail, set a ministry up in Stoke-on-Trent for people coming out of jail, and I went with him, but his ministry wasn't equipped for the condition that I was in, and he told me about Victory Outreach. So I came to Victory Outreach, and it was tough because it's quite an intense program. But in the program, there's guys that are coming through the program that are drug free, that you can actually see change, and that's where hope starts to rise. As when you can see that there's guys gone before you that have actually got off drugs, and there is a way out. Yeah, so wow. I mean, I've been here for 3 years now. Well, 3 years in September. It's not even 3 years. And when I got here, I had nothing. None of my family was speaking to me. I'd lost my house. I'd lost my business. My children weren't seeing me. I'd lost my dignity. I was homeless. But in the space of 3 years, less than 3 years, it's been a miraculous turnaround. I'm now remarried. I see my children every weekend. I've got my own business, like a little bit of a building company. And I'm the home director of the home that I came into less than 3 years ago. So it's been a miraculous. I've just come back from Jamaica, from my honeymoon, so it's been amazing. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do it on my own. I tried so many times, and it was only when I accepted Jesus into my life that I started really seeing everything that was wrong inside of me, and that I couldn't actually do it in my own strength, and that I needed Jesus. And then it was accepting the love as well, you know, and realizing the love that God's actually got for me. And that was what really started enabling me to move forward.